Venezuelan American journalist Germania Rodriguez Poleo joins me. Nice to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
Can you clear up this confusion for me? Because you've got President Trump has been communicating with the interim leader, Delcy Rodriguez, and then you've got Machado over on the other side. And I can't figure out, who do the Venezuelan people, if they had to pick today, do you have any sense who they want to lead them?
It's not about having any sense. It's about the data that we have. We overwhelmingly selected Maria Corina's choice over a year ago. And now we actually finally have independent polling in Venezuela who shows us that if an election took place today, Maria Corina would destroy every other candidate, including Delcy Rodriguez, who comes behind the bus in these polls. So 1,000%, it's important for Americans to know that Delcy Rodriguez right now is still leading Venezuela because it's still a brutal dictatorship. But our leader that we have chosen in a primary to represent us is Maria Corina Machado.
Maduro had protecting him Cuban protection, and that's now, of course, gone. Maduro's gone. He's sitting in jail up in New York. Does Rodriguez have the support of the Venezuelan military? Because it seems to me that that is critical to her staying.
Correct. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to survive until the Trump administration ends. Delcy right now has the support of the military in the sense that they haven't done anything against her, but she's not the one that controls the military. Delcy and her brother Jorge Rodriguez control the civilian side of Venezuela. It's Vladimir Padrino Lopez, Russians met in Caracas, and Diosdado Cabello who control the guns in Venezuela. And they are a huge obstacle to a transition to democracy.
Can you tell me about, I've been studying human trafficking in that region, working on something for 21 years, human trafficking. Can you give me some idea of the human trafficking that's going on in Venezuela? Because I don't get to go into Venezuela. I only get information that's brought out to me.
That's one of our biggest tragedies. We don't know the extent of not only the human trafficking, but every other kind of criminal activity, terrorism, illegal gold mining, everything that goes on in Venezuela today, we don't know the half of it. Human trafficking has been a huge issue for us because Chavismo created the largest displacement crisis in the history of this hemisphere. And that gave way for our people to be taken advantage and oppressed in every way, including human trafficking. But as you said, we don't know the half of the horrors of Chavismo until we get through this transition.
You've got some very interesting women. You've got Rodriguez, you've got Machado, and you've also got Maduro's wife. What can you tell me about Maduro's wife? She, too, is sitting in jail in New York.
It's very important. A lot of first worlders think that she's only there because she's Maduro's wife. No, no, no. Celia Flores is a fundamental part of the criminal dictatorship in Venezuela. She's been there from the start, since the days of Hugo Chavez. Her nephews are in the drug trafficking business up to their neck. It was actually during the Trump administration, during the Biden administration, Celia Flores' nephews were freed from U.S. custody as part of a negotiation for free elections. We know how that went.
You know, because looking at her history and looking at how much she worked very closely for Chavez before Maduro became president. You know, it did seem to me that she might be, that she had a lot of the brains behind Maduro. That Maduro is a big bully. He's horrible in everything that he is, but she is not a small player in that.
That's important to understand. Maduro was just the face of this monster. He wasn't even the most important character there. Other characters you have mentioned, like Diosdado Cabello, like Padrino Lopez that I mentioned, like Celia Flores, these were the real operatives. Maduro was a pawn for the Castro regime.
Germania Rodriguez Poleo, I hope you come back. Thank you.
Thank you.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.